the idea is the range of achieving your full potential is always open, because you can always be a better human and a better human. You can just say, oh, I'm good, I'm happy, I know that I achieved what I need to achieve, I'm going to paradise. You can always be hope to be a better human. Okay, speech as a divine attribute. So in the Quran, God is described as as-Sami', the one who listens, the one who hears. And we as humans are also given speech, and that's maybe one of the main divine attributes that separates humans from other earthly animals, as far as we know anyway. Limits of speech, again, is not defined. And the Quran, is the book that Muslims follow, and people who are Muslim consider the language of the Quran to be the most perfect language. And it's suitable for all time and places, open to interpretation. And the Prophet Muhammad himself was considered to have been the most eloquent human. But of course, at the same time, he was delivering God's speech, which is the only real speech. So like reality, one of the names of God is al-Haq. He is the real. Okay, quickly to come into the dream world. When we sleep at night, we don't know what's exactly happening, but maybe it's sort of like the world of imagination, and we don't know what happens, but again, maybe our soul leaves our body and goes and perceives different images. I don't think with all our modern achievement, anybody has been able to interpret, what dreams come from, or what they are about, or how they happen. In ancient Egyptian tombs, there are openings that allowed for the soul of the deceased person to go out and in and wander. So maybe our souls also, when we sleep, at night wanders, because sometimes, I've had friends who've lost their parents when they were young, and they believe that they see them in dreams. So it's like when you dream of your deceased father, is it really your father? Did they really come and meet with you, or is it something your mind is just making up? So this is an ambiguous realm that we don't know really about, except that dreams are important, and I have a couple of more points about that. So either, according to Murad, the textbook I took this from, the dreams may be described as either embodiments of the spiritual or spiritualization of the body. So you can copy that down and think about it. Don't ask me questions about it. But anyway, it's just, it's interesting. But definitely the Quran and the Hadith both make a connection between sleep and death. So like when we sleep, it's sort of like the mini death. So every day when we take naps, when we sleep at night, it's sort of our soul, goes to God. And in the Jewish tradition, I learned from the interfaith group, is that in the morning when Muslims wake up, they're supposed to say, not everybody remembers to do that, but you're supposed, one of the first things to say after Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah alladhi radda alayya ruhi, thank be to God who returned my soul to me. And in Judaism, the same concept is there, that your soul gets taken and then gets given back to you unless you pass. And I don't know if you're Jewish and if you've heard that before or not, but that's what some of my Jewish interfaith group people said. So the dreams represent then a mode of self-awareness during sleep, like when you're sleeping and it seems so real, and then you wake up and it's like, oops, it was just a dream. And dream interpretation is important in Islam, and lots of modern people will try, there are TV programs where you call them, it's like, hello, I had a dream last night that I saw my sister and she was eating honey, and oh, this is bad, this means that she will be in hardship, and but I take those things with laughter if I watch them. But in the Quran, there is a couple of places where prophets had dreams, especially the dream, of course, of Joseph, when he told his father, and then the father said, don't tell your siblings, that might be problematic, so, and then later he had the other dream when he was in prison of, or interpreted rather, the dream of his two prison mates, and then that's what brought him out of prison. So the dreams and their interpretation are given some weight in Islam.